Hey y'all, feeling compelled to come on because I've been so inspired coming back from a very much needed vacation to witness my dear brother marry the love of his life. And I got into different conversations with people. This is sort of the first time I've been on vacation in a very long time, and to just engage in beautiful community in a new community in Jamaica. And one quote that I kept bringing up because, English teacher, educator, I love to bring up quotes. And one of my favorite quotes is, a wise leader never plants trees expecting to feel their shade. And that means we're always thinking about the legacy. So we're always planting trees. This is what it means to me. We're always planting trees. We're always planting seeds. Those of us who are educators and take it seriously. And even those of us who may not have educator in our title, but we are just straight dropping wisdom, and y'all know who you are. But the wise one knows that they plant those trees knowing they may never feel that shade. So I've lived knowing that I have scholars that will receive information that I taught them, and it won't hit until 10 years later. And sometimes, lately I've just been blessed enough to get that phone call or get that text or get that email that I made a difference in their life. And that was pretty dope. But what's important is that we start really focusing on savage kindness. When I started my leadership journey as a principal 7 years ago, I was interviewed, and the first thing I said was, I want to make sure that the basis of my culture keeping essentially was teaching and preaching savage kindness. Because at the end of the day, that's all that mattered. And I even got it tattooed on my arm. And I met this amazing guy who's the only other person I knew who had it tattooed on him. Uh, Big up to Tattoo Tom, who was an amazing nonprofit leader and definitely my brother in preaching savage kindness. And now I feel more than ever, not just as a tagline in my email, not just as a beautiful approach on a Sunday communication to families, but I have a responsibility to communicate this to everyone. I was definitely hit by or very moved by a young influencer today who spoke about the fact that people are not ready for war. And just by the reactions of them seeing what happened in recent events. And it's true. And I have come off being boots on the ground on one of the battlegrounds, a school, where there have been over 200 school shootings in the last few years of my pretty lengthy career. The perpetrators all look the same. I just came out of war. If you work in a public school in the United States of America, it's like you served time in the war. And now I feel that I have a different way that I need to approach the battle and bringing those lessons. The number one thing is savage kindness. We cannot live without it. Stop trying to find excuses to hate each other. Find your community, whatever that is. Love yourself and then love yourself as you enter that community so you are capable of loving others. The time of joy sucking and boot licking and backstabbing and gatekeeping has to stop. What is your legacy going to be? Many of the people leaving these terrible legacies don't have children, and I do believe that may impact some of their poor behavior. But I see a lot of folks behaving badly who have children. I was a principal. I've worked with some of them, and some of them worked beautifully with me hand in hand. But some fought me. But at the end of the day, we have to begin to preach and love preach love, excuse me, but preach and love. and preach savage kindness. Practice it. Start with yourself. Some of us, I was there, but some of us are so cruel to ourselves. We say things to ourselves that are not kind. So if we're not capable of being kind to ourselves, there's no way you're capable to be kind to the collective. And that makes you a liability to the collective. We don't need that energy. We have got to come together from a loving place and be loving vessels that are open to the possibility of what is about to come. Join me on the ride, y'all. It's going to be a good one.